Hello. Okay, here we are with the beginning file of the 3D monster that you are going to animate, and we're going to be going for something like this. Now, this particular animation doesn't have the wave, and there's a few problems with it, but overall the speed and the way he walks is what we're gonna go for. Kind of a lumbering monster. Notice how he kind of tilts left to right, or he kind of sways back and forth when he lifts his feet. He's kind of also, if you look in the side view, he's bent over a little bit towards the front. He's kind of dragging his arms. Now his hands go through the floor there, which I didn't see until later, but that's something that's easily fixed. All right, so he's kind of lumbering along, and we're going to use Character Studio for this, of course. And here's a shot from the front. You can see how he rocks back and forth as he steps down. Okay, so we're going to go for that, and you'll have these as reference, and then the wave you'll have to add later. If I don't get around to making a video, that should be pretty easy to do once you understand how to use Character Studio. And we're going to use layers. We're going to use and this is actually a footstep animation. Those were footstep animations, and I've used layers a couple different times to do some things, and that's what we're going to do now. So let's get started. First of all, I know that we really don't need to see the well, let me think how I'm going to do. I'm going to actually select I need to change my selection mode to geometry. I'm going to select the body. I'm going to say object properties. I'm going to make it see-through, and I'm going to hide it. Well, actually, well, I wanted to freeze it, not hide it. So let's go back to layers. Sorry about that. Here are our layers. You should have layers set up like this. I also have some targets in here which you can deal with later. So anyway, let's see. Monster body. We should unhide that. We want to make him see-through. I don't know. Yeah, right. Clear object properties. I think this actually, and now he's see-through. He should be see-through, and we want to freeze him. So I don't know why he's not showing see-through, but he's frozen. Is he actually showing? Maybe my display properties is not showing. Oh, that's weird. He should be coming through as see-through. Object properties. He is see-through. Let's see. Realistic. Nope. I have something turned off here. I'll fix this. Hold on. I know what it was. I had my if I go to my configure viewports here, you have to turn on transparency for that particular viewport. Okay, so let's make sure this is turned on, and let's go to shade it. We don't need a realistic, and we can keep the top wireframe for now. And the same thing with the pants. So let's select the pants here. Can I get to its? Yeah, I can actually get to its properties from the Scene Explorer. See-through and freeze. And let's freeze. Okay, that's good for now. So now I can only select the actual, and I'm also going to filter my selection to bones for now, just in case I don't want to select the eyes by accident. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put down some footsteps for this character. So notice we are no longer in figure mode. He's already set up. So we need to go to footstep mode. Now footsteps I need to make my footsteps, and I'm going to automatically make footsteps. So I'm going to go to the create multiple footsteps dialog here, and I'm going to make it 12 footsteps for now. Okay. Also, my I'm just gonna say okay for now. That's 12 footsteps. Now, and also my time configuration is on film, which is 24 frames a second. Okay, so now I need to actually, and also I'm starting on frame 1. I'm reserving frame 0 for setup. And if you got this file, that's basically what you'll have here. So obviously before you make the footsteps, those should be set up. So now that we've made the footsteps, well, actually we haven't actually created the footsteps yet. We need to create keys for inactive footsteps. Now, this is our default walk. Boop, 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 boop. Very stiff and very mechanical. And we need to get out of footsteps. And you know what? Before we'll come back to footsteps in a minute. One thing I'm going to do as well is I'm going to angle the footsteps out so his feet aren't straight ahead. If you look at the renders, notice how, well, you can kind of tell here how his feet are rotated out towards the outside. That's more natural. This is really bad. And I could do that now, but I'm going to come back and edit the footsteps later. I'm going to get out of footsteps mode. And now we need to take care of some classic problems that happen. I think I'm going to reconfigure my viewport as well. I'm going to click here. I'm going to go to maybe, let me see, let me get a configuration here that I like. I'm going to go to perhaps something like this, perhaps. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm going to go to 4x4 for now because I'm going to be working in place. I'm going to turn on in place mode for this, so he's actually walking in place, and it's going to make it easier to fix these edits. Now, first thing you really need to do on any character studio biped footstep motion is you need to check the hips and the foot row. A lot of times the hips are too high, and you can see here, kind of hard to see because the hand is in the way. But look at the green, look at the legs, and they should never be completely straight. And in this case, you can see that the leg is hyperextended. You can see here, they become hyperextended, and also they become kind of backwards. You can see here, well, you can't see because of I'm going to actually turn back on. You don't have to do this. You can just watch me do this because this is something really quick. I just want to show you something. Let's turn back the pants. Let's grab the pants here. Okay. Let's go here to Object Properties, turn off See-Through. You can see how that leg is bending backwards. We need to fix that, and we need to fix when it becomes super. You can see how it's backwards there. It's hyperextended. Now we're going to fix that by two ways. We're going to fix the foot row, and we're going to fix also the hips. So I'm going to now just take my object properties, make it see-through again, and refreeze it. Okay. So easy way to do that. First thing is the hips and the foot row. We got to fix that foot row because also look at the feet. They're just kind of, moving very mechanically. Now, when he lifts his feet, it should actually bend here at the toe, right? When he lifts off, and when he lands, he should be landing more with the heel. And also, his foot isn't really traveling far enough on the move position. So also what I'm going to do, so you can see what I'm talking about, I'm going to make sure I have the biped selected, any part of it. Go here to Modes and Display, and I'm going to turn on foot states or leg states. And that's going to let you know, if you look here, you have touch, and as you are walking, these keys are going to let you know what that foot should be doing at a particular moment. So if you look at get a good angle here. So if I look at, it's kind of hard because it gets kind of confusing. Turn off the grid here. And for now, this green foot is in the touch position. If I go to a black key, that green foot is in the move position, which means it's traveling from footsteps. This is kind of the passing position on a standard walk. And then also we have move, and then right when it touches is where the heel touches right here, and then it's planted. It shouldn't be sliding, and then it lifts off here. Actually, it just goes from, it does go to a lift. Yeah, when it lifts off there, it should be, the ball of the foot should still be on the ground, and it should be bending. We're going to take care of all that, okay? But let's take care, first of all, of dropping these hips down. The easiest way to do that is to make a layer, drop the hips down, and then instead of having to fix every key, it's going to do it for us. So let's go to layers. Let's go to create a new layer. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to lock the feet down. I'm going to turn on auto key just to show you what I mean. If we try to grab the hips, which is this body vertical key, and if we try to move it down, notice how the feet don't stay on the ground. We don't want that. What we need to do is we need to tell it to retarget the feet, left and right, update that. And now the keys of the feet have been copied over to this layer. So now it understands that these footsteps on layer 1 are the same as footsteps on the original layer. So now we can go to the body vertical key, and we're going to go and just kind of take a look at it and move it here until we get a nice natural bend for that leg. You can see how that leg here is bent backwards. We don't want that. We're going to get a nice natural bend. Now the hand is kind of in the way. What I can do is I can double click here. And notice there I double click on the palm, and the hand and the fingers are selected. I can make a name selection for this and call it, I think this is what hand is that? That's the right hand. Double click on here, make a name selection and call it R hand all, right hand all. Okay, and now I can just right click and say hide selection. Okay, so that's kind of out of the way. And now we're going to rotate this around, and I can see it a little bit better. I can also turn off if I want to. Select any part of the biped. Go back to that layer. I think I can turn off that it shows the... I don't really want it to see... No, I don't want it to show... There we go. Turn off that wireframe from the layer before. I don't need that for now. Okay, so now we can see that a little bit cleaner. That we need to move those hips down to bend this knee just a little bit. And we could also have hidden the top body part, but that's okay. Now, with the auto key on, let's go to body vertical. Go to view where it makes sense, maybe in the front or the left. It's up to you. And make sure that you have the body vertical, and go to local. So the body vertical local, move over to the Z, and just move the Z down a little bit. It should update. Don't go down too far. And now it updates. And now it's bent at a more natural angle. Okay. And now we can actually go forward and see that we're not getting any strange hyperextension in the legs. You can see as I'm walking forward, the knees are looking much more natural. That's the first step we needed to do. And we did that just by using the one key, retargeting the legs. Okay. And you notice when I moved it down, it didn't update until I let go. So what can you do? So with that one key, we fixed those. Hopefully we fixed that. So now with that out of the way, let's also do another thing. Look at the arms. They're just too close to the body. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to grab the top arm here, rotation, and go to local. And I'm going to turn on, make sure we have angle snaps on. I'm going to right click here and check. So I'm snapping every 5 degrees. That's good. I'm going to rotate these out just 1, I should be able to see this in the viewport. For some reason it's not, but you can also look down here. I'm going to undo that. I wonder why I'm not seeing that in the viewport. Oh, I have it turned off. Oh, it's turned off someplace. So I'm going to look down at the bottom, and I'm just going to do 15 degrees. See how that looks? Go to grab the other upper arm. Why is it off? Hit X. Let me see. Nope. Why is it off? I've been messing around with this. Rotate it 15 degrees. Remember, down, you can check down here as, you can also, I'm going to undo that. I'm on local. I can also figure out, well, which one do I want to rotate? I want to rotate on the Y. I can go down here and type. Was it negative 15 or 15? 15. Oh, sorry. Undo that. It was negative 15 on that arm. Type down here negative 15. Same thing. Okay. So now we have the arms coming out of the body a little bit more naturally, and it's going to happen on all those frames to make it a little bit better, a little bit more interesting, or a little bit better. Okay. So let's now turn off auto key, and what we're going to do now, we're just going to collapse this layer down to the original one. That's this button here, collapse. And now we have those changes, those fixes already on layer 1. Okay. The other thing I'm going to do before I continue is, I don't like the speed of this. He's walking too fast. So I'm going to actually adjust the speed of this. I need to check some values. Remember what I did. I think it was, right now it's basically, if I double click, I think all these, it's a little bit more than, it's 146. I think I put it like 100 extra frames before. So now's a good time to just save this. To do a save as, and I'm gonna make a new folder here because I've already done some of these. I'm gonna just call this worker. Recording, because I'm recording this, recording worker, and inside here I'm just going to call this, I'm going to call this Footsteps 01. Footsteps 01, and this is going to be, you know what I'm going to do? I like to do it like this. Yeah. To keep these in 01, Footsteps. Footsteps. hipsFix. Yeah, that's all we've really done. hipsFix. hipVerticalFix. How about hipVertFix? Yeah, keep that. Okay. Oh, and we did the arms. That's fine. Okay, so now let's make this longer. I'm gonna go to my, I think I can do this in Workbench. Workbench is, no, I can't. Well, first thing, I'm gonna open up Footsteps. I'm gonna grab all these Footsteps and let's see if they show up here in the Workbench. No, that only works with biped body part, so we can't do Workbench. Workbench is a special track view for biped body parts. So we're gonna need to go to regular curve editor, and here we need to go to dope sheet, and I tried to show this in class and I couldn't remember how to do it, but I've remembered how to do it. First of all, you need to be in dope sheet. It won't work if you are in curve editor. I don't think it will work here. Yeah, you can't even see your footsteps, so of course that's not going to work there. Or this dope sheet here. Now you might have to go to your filters and turn on, make sure selected tracks, visible objects are selected. This is what I have selected. If you're not seeing your footsteps, then maybe you need to fix your filters. Okay. And you may have to go underneath objects. Here, since I'm in footstep mode, it automatically opens this up. So here you can see I have my footsteps. Wait, something looks different now. Am I in Dope Sheet? Yeah, I need to make sure that I'm in Dope Sheet. So, how much? We have 260 frames. Yeah, so I'm going to go to 140. So what I need to do is first select the time. It's on by default, so that's good. So I can click and drag here, and this little bar lets me know what time I'm selecting. So starting all the way to 148, because this is footsteps, so there's no body keys outside of footsteps. So I've selected that. Once again, you click the time, you click this button here, and footstep on the footstep track. Let's select this. Yeah, that makes it better. That is being selected, so that's fine. So that should work. Okay, so here we have footsteps. So now we need to go to scale time, and now it's pretty straightforward. If I move the cursor inside here, you can see that it's giving me the scale tool, and I can just grab towards the end of here and move that to 240. And now he's walking slower. He's walking all the way to 240. And all my keys of my body have moved along with that. Maybe that's too much, so maybe I'll go back to 210. See? I can always come back here and change this. 210. I think I like 210. Okay. Actually, it's there. Now it's 210. Okay, so that's how you scale the keys. Now we can just close this. We can get out of footstep mode, and all my keys have been scaled. So next thing is the foot roll. We're at 23 minutes. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this video here and just do a save as. And this is going to be Monster 02 Footsteps scale time. Okay. And we're going to stop this video. And hey, we're going to, next thing we're going to add the foot roll for the feet.